Disclaimer: this content is for general support and reflection. It is not a substitute for professional responsibilities, medical advice, or mental health treatment. Principal troubles. That can happen. Sit down and put your feet up. Let's have a look at the lake for a moment. 5-minute mentor for teachers with Miss Donna. This episode, toxic principals. Well, I've seen some good principals in my day and some not so good ones. But generally speaking, if you have a teachers union, things tend to go a bit smoother. Without a union, teachers will find themselves apologizing for it. But first, you need to know the type of principal you're dealing with in your building. Okay, so there are 6 types of principals that I've experienced. There may be more, they're definitely hybrids, but here they are. The captain, the climber, the delegator, the treader, the monarch, and the retirement smeller. That one's my favorite. Now, each type of principal has a focus or a value. They will not be receptive to anything outside that focus. So understanding their focus is like the cake. It helps you pitch projects that align with their focus. And so getting their approval is like them taking the cake that you baked. Okay, the first type is what I call the captain. Runs a tight ship by the book, no deviation, very little room for improvising or change, so don't get your feelings hurt. If you have anything that you need to pitch to them, show them the rule or the guideline. Do not come in that door with your emotions or the emotions of the children. That doesn't work. They need the rule or the guideline. The second type is the climber. They are interested in promotion, and so they are interested in their portfolio. This is the type that will have district people walking through the building like it's a parade. So anything that you have, like any projects that will showcase your classroom or the good things happening in the building, that's what this principal is interested in. Okay, the delegator. This type of principal creates distance, buffers. So find out who their second in command is. That's the person running the building. The delegator shows up when it is required or when someone important is going to be in the building. What they value is the hands-off approach. They want you working independently with little hassle. And they're not really that interested in the problems that you're having in your classroom. So, if you want to talk to somebody about what's going on, find out who their second in command is. The treader. This principal is overwhelmed too. They are likely a new principal and they're just trying to keep their head above water. They will lean on the more experienced people in the building, like their lead secretary that's been there for 15 years and knows the school population, or the expertise of some of the more seasoned teachers in the building. So you will see this principal value anything that takes some of the burden off of their shoulders, like committee chairs. Okay, the monarch. I also call this style the college hazel. This type requires total control. They pick the rules that support their objectives and disregard the other ones. And they even disregard their own rules after they've made them. If you feel like the goalpost is moving, it's because it is. And that's because this leadership model requires win-lose. They win, you lose. So all I can say about this one is brace yourself. But in my years, I've seen this type kind of blow through. They're in the building one year and then they've moved on to something else the next year. The retirement smeller, my personal favorite. They are doing the minimum. They're doing the minimum for the district, so that means you're not getting a bunch of suits walking through your building every time you turn around. They're doing the minimum for the teachers. That means they want the teachers happy to keep the building fully staffed. They want the parents happy and the students happy. So any projects that you have that help this principal keep any of these groups happy, they love it. This type of principal is the best because you get to grow. Now, you only have a limited time only. They're close to retirement. You might have 7 years max with this type of principal, but take advantage of it. Something that will make things go smoother is knowing your principal's communication style. Do they want you to check with their second in command, send them an email, use chat or FaceTime or WhatsApp? Do they want you to catch them in the hall and walk with them? Or do they have an open door policy? I wouldn't play guesswork. Just, when you see them at the end of a staff meeting, ask them, if I want to talk to you about a project or concern, what's the best way for me to do that? And they'll tell you. Regardless of the principal type, focus on your craft. Make sure your classroom management is solid, and I can help you with that. And remember, when you pitch activities, make sure they align with your principal's focus. That's like baking a cake that they will enjoy. And if they ask you to participate on a project that they need, say yes at least once. Well, I think it's been more than 5 minutes. I don't want to hold you. Get some rest. Check in with me next week if you'd like. And good luck with your principal. I'm sure you'll be fine. Here's your recipe for principals. There are 6 types: the captain, the climber, the delegator, the treader, the monarch, and the retirement smeller. Number 2, find out your principal's communication style. Just ask them. Number 3, regardless of the type of principal, focus on your craft and fulfilling your part of the contract. 4, when you understand your principal, you can adjust your expectations. Subscribe to bookmark the series. Come back whenever you need a moment. Thanks for watching.